Hey everybody, Pastor Zach. Thanks so much for spending some time with me this week as we have our weekly discussion. As always, it's an opportunity for you to share your thoughts, share some questions, ask whatever. It is unscripted, but it's time for us to share in community wherever you are and whenever this finds you. So I was struck, as some of you may have seen, I had to go on Sunday evening with my family to see Matchbox 20, who probably is one of my top, if not my top band. I've listened to their music since they came out 27 years ago, somewhere around there. 24 years ago, I think it is. And their message for me has always I've always appreciated what their story is, what comes through their music. It's really neat to learn sometimes when they share, especially at live concerts, about how some of these songs came about. But also, it's always interesting because I find it's always one of those songs that I take it a different way than they took it, or how they wrote it, and so I just really find that interesting. But what struck me was that at the concert on Sunday night, the opening act was a guy named Matt Nathanson, who I didn't really know much about, but between the two, they really talked about community and how excited they were to be back out on tour, but B, that they were able to, you know, let stuff go. And they encouraged people. They said, you know what, for the next, it was Rob Thomas from Matchbox 20, for the next 2 hours, just let stuff go and enjoy the time together. And I wonder, how often do we not allow ourselves to do that? How often do things so overwhelm us that we can't let go to enjoy what is in front of us, to really savor, whether it's a meal, whether it's friendship, whether it's a gathering, whether it's a special event. But what are we holding so tightly that we can't enjoy those moments? And I think part of that is, how do we process some of that stuff? How do we let go of some of that stuff? For me, surprising maybe to some of you, is music. I've always enjoyed music. It's always had a special place for me. Various types. I will listen to just about anything except country. You can ask my daughter. She will tell you flat out that I don't listen to country. But I think it's powerful because music tells a story, and it allows us to hear the artist's pain, the joy, the struggle, and it impacts us and it brings us together. And I think, as I was there with, I don't know how many thousand people, we were able to hear that and experience it. We were able to come together, to leave everything at the door, and to just be brought together by something that excites us, enlivens us, engages us, maybe challenges us. And you could see that there were some people that didn't know the band as well. They may have come because a spouse or a friend or someone knew it. This was my son's first concert, so but he, both my kids liked the band, so it was really neat to experience it with them. And my wife and I have been to a couple other concerts together before, but to be together with the family, and I think, for me, the music, the rhythm, the beat, the flow, mixed with the lyrics, reminds me of childhood, of some of those good moments in the past of some of those hard times that where the music got me through, but it also reminds me of my faith, because there are those faith songs too that speak to me and that impact deeply. Some that I don't know well, but when I hear, just overwhelm because of the story, because of the meaning behind it. And it's something that I think we can all relate to, and it's something that can bring us together. And I wonder how often we miss that opportunity, we forgo that opportunity, we ignore those opportunities to find that which brings us together, and to find those moments of joy through music, through togetherness, through fellowship, that we can experience without the realization of it. And I think it's really powerful. So one of the things I want to challenge you today to is, if you find this, if you get to this point in it, share your favorite music, whether it's a band, whether it's a song. You know what? Put a link in. I will gladly take a listen. Yes, I will even listen to the country music. But share with me what brings you joy, what challenges you, what's your song that you go to when you're struggling. There are a lot of bands that I listen to. I think most people would be just shocked at the breadth of music that I have on mine. Twiddle. I think you're going to have to sing that one for me, Lee. Bishop Miller. Yeah, you're going to have to share that one with me. That'd be interesting. But what is that brings us connection? And how do we live into that? How do we share that? How are we inspired by it? I've heard music in different languages, and I don't know what they're saying, yet there is something that connects it and is powerful. And I think our faith can be the same way, if we allow it, if we see it, that it is an opportunity to connect, to engage, to live into, to be inspired by, and to find that deep connection of living into how music guides us, how music impacts us, how music helps us thrive and gets us through. And so I encourage you, share, join this conversation, share your comments, share your videos if you can find it on YouTube, or if you want to record it yourself or with a group and want to sing it and share it, do that. Bishop Miller says, and this week I'm listening to Taylor Swift to keep up at senior high camp. Thanks for the reminder to connect through music and joy. And sometimes isn't that it? It's a song that someone introduces us to, or a group, or hey, every once in a while the AI get it right when they shift music into the music you're listening to, and you find a new group and a new song. Our director of youth and mission is one that you need to talk to, then, Bishop Miller, about Taylor Swift. She is a fan, so if you need any insight, let me know and I can connect you with her. She would gladly be able to, share any and all of her knowledge with you, because she was actually down in Nashville with a mission trip with some of our youth that found the Taylor Swift bench in Nashville. So you can, share that there is a Taylor Swift bench in Nashville in a park. So, but thank you guys for sharing in this time with me. It's always fun to see who gets on, and it's fun this week because usually I'm the one watching Bishop Miller. So to have him flipped around and watching me is very humbling. So thank you so much for spending some time with me. And for all of you, I saw Tom was on, and Denise, Kathy, and all of you who watch later. I will probably post a song or two from Matchbox 20 from the most recent concert, but another band that I really enjoy is U2. There's some other bands. I don't know if I would post some of the music here, but you never know where that'll end up. So thank you all so much. If you want to have a conversation about music, about some of the other stuff that I listen to, feel free, always reach out. Join us for some amazing music and amazing worship this Sunday. Our praise team will be leading worship. I will be away, but Pastor John Richter will be here. We'll meet at 8:15 and 9:30 on site, 9:30 online, unless we have someone to cover that first service in our AV booth. As always, reach out, connect, find ways to enjoy this community that we are building, this opportunity that we have to connect, and realize that it's not about separating, but it's about being gathered together that makes us stronger, and that the diversity of our body, that diversity that we have as humanity, strengthens us for all that we have ahead of us. Thank you guys so much. I give thanks to all of you. If you guys need any prayers or anything, feel free to reach out. We'll talk soon. Take care. God bless. Have a great week, everybody. Enjoy camp. Bishop Miller.